What's up, guys? It's Nathan from TruthHurtsReveiws. So I'm kind of addicted to doing these videos, but it's gonna be my last video of the day. It's the Raw review, my review, and my input for Raw this past week, which was the 25th of July. I was going to do one yesterday, and I did do one, but it was too long and it wouldn't upload on YouTube, so I'm going to do another one now, straight from my webcam. This is live as it's going on. Basically I'm just going to run through the card as it went. If I skip a few things, comment, tell me what I missed. I didn't pay attention to the complete 2 hours, but I watched all the matches, and I watched the Triple H thing, which I felt was the most important. I like to say that this is a third week in a row I've actually been interested since Money in the Bank. Since the suspension of CM Punk 2 weeks before Money in the Bank, I've been very intrigued with what WWE is going to approach the situation with, and I think they're handling it well so far, but it's all up to them to keep it going. If they want to stick with the PG, that's fine. They're slipping away from it a little bit, but not too much. I think the best bet would be to go to TV-14, but let's just see how they approach this situation now and if they are willing to expand. This is the first Raw under the Triple H era, because last week Vince McMahon got relieved of his duties, so now Triple H is running the day-to-day operations as COO of WWE now, which ultimately I think means that he's retired from wrestling. And that's sad to see one of the remaining wrestling talents go, but this is what WWE's like with the business side of Triple H. It started off with the WWE Championship Finals match from last week, which it started last week, the tournament, under Vince McMahon's last episode of Raw. Last week the finals left off before Vince McMahon got terminated from his position. Rey Mysterio versus The Miz, which ultimately I think was just to give them more time to make it seem like both of them would be fresh and ready for the next match. Miz still dealing with that knee injury he got from the Money in the Bank ladder match. It was Miz versus Rey Mysterio for the WWE Championship. Of course, Michael Cole putting The Miz over 100%, and not cheering for Rey, being biased as commentary. But that's what they got to do to keep Michael Cole's character intact. Rey Mysterio ultimately gets the victory with the 619 and the splash, and of course they go to commercial. Oh no, I lied. After the match, The Miz hits the skull-crushing finale on Rey Mysterio as he's celebrating on the turnbuckles, and then Alberto Del Rio comes out, and he's going to cash in the briefcase. He's yelling for the referee to start the match. He's yelling at the commentators, and he's getting his panties in a bunch. And then Rey Mysterio attacks him before they announce it, because apparently you have to announce when you're cashing in Money in the Bank, even though you don't have to. It's they don't follow through on the concept of that, but Mysterio attacks him before Alberto can capitalize, and he decides he's not going to cash in the Money in the Bank, which is kind of clever because I don't think WWE's ever approached it like that. This second week in a row, Alberto's going to come out and then doesn't cash it in. So I like to see where that's going. After the match, Raw superstars are shown cheering on Rey Mysterio and popping champagne bottles. John Cena comes up ultimately at the end and shakes Rey Mysterio's hand. Michael Cole's hyping Triple H's State of the Address of WWE, which leads to the video of Triple H taking over Vince's position. And then we see like a Raw rebound or Slam of the Week or something, when Dolph Ziggler beat Kofi for the United States Championship at Capital Punishment. Something like that. And then, which ultimately, I'm going to stop saying ultimately, They come back from commercial. It's Dolph Ziggler versus Evan Bourne. It was a good match. Evan got his high-flying moves off. Dolph Ziggler got played over well as a heel. Good wrestling match, which WWE is focusing on now, I think, because of all the criticism they're getting with CM Punk, which is good, because CM Punk needed to bring the wrestling back, and I think he did it well. Good wrestling match. Good acting, I guess you could say. The way they played their characters during the match, and Ziggler gets the victory with a sleeper hold on Evan Bourne. And then after the match, Ziggler grabs a mic and yells, "Follow that," which probably means something to do with Twitter, and his Twitter account, Heel Ziggler. Still to come, it's announced Alberto Del Rio versus Kofi Kingston commercial. And then they come back, it's a Divas storyline, or Divas segment in the back, where Keystone tattoos one of the Bella Twins' arms. I think it was Nikki. So they can't switch, so they left because they wanted to get the ink off, and they were upset that they got inked up. So instead of the three-match rotation, they're having a fourth match in the rotation. Eve Torres and Kelly Kelly versus Marisa Molina. And I only say that because it seems every week it's Kelly Kelly versus one of the Bellas, Eve and Kelly versus the Bella Twins, or every diva from both Raw and SmackDown in one match. And I didn't watch that match because honestly the Divas matches aren't even worth it. Even Kelly Kelly win. I'm sure Kelly Kelly hit the stink face at some point. Backstage we see Triple H talking to R-Truth, which I think is stupid, and I'll tell you why in a bit. I don't want to spoil it if you guys didn't watch. But next week it's going to be every diva again from Raw and SmackDown, the Battle Royal to face Kelly Kelly at SummerSlam for the Divas Championship. I think it's going to be Eve, because there have been rumors going around that Eve and Kelly were going to have a match at SummerSlam. I don't know how they're going to work that into an angle, but we'll see what they can do with it. Triple H comes up to the ring, Chief Operating Officer of the WWE. He gets his personal animosity out of the way with Vince, getting a thank you Vince chant to start. And that ultimately leads to a superstar, who we thought was a superstar, is going to return, and Triple H announced the return of Jim Ross, who was going to be full-time commentary for Monday Night Raw, which is good because he was the best Raw commentator. He's going to bring a lot of excitement back. I feel it's going to bring a lot more excitement to the matches for the people watching at home, and for pay-per-views on people who watch it live or get it on DVD. It's going to be more exciting for them, especially if they haven't seen it, because Michael Cole and his biasness and taking control over every conversation, especially with Booker T and Josh Matthews. I think it's going to be better for the fans to get into it. Michael Cole rants about how he doesn't want to work with him, how he can't stand with Jim Ross, and he says, Triple H says, okay, well then you're relieved from commentary for the night. I was going to fire you, but it cost me too much. I'd rather have you here and save the money. So, he says, you can either work with Jim Ross or get fired, and not get paid anymore, because it would be a breach of contract, which is a good loophole in it, and that might ultimately end up leading with someone getting rid of Michael Cole from Raw and just leaving it King and JR, and then having Michael Cole on SmackDown, and have the three commentators on SmackDown being Matthews and Booker. But I think they're still deciding in the development area with that. Michael Cole says, no, I'm not quitting. But Triple H says he relieved him from commentary and he has a match. And he's upset. Michael Cole gets upset. And R-Truth comes out and they have a funny segment. Triple H and Truth have a funny segment with each other, which ultimately leads up to the return of John Morrison, who beats down R-Truth and hits the Starship Pain, gets a big pop from the crowd. Back in commercial, it's Triple H, which is theme music, and Michael Cole comes out in a pair of Triple H trunks, which Triple H picked out from against a mystery opponent. It's Zack Ryder. Believe it or not, Zack Ryder has a match on Raw, and he gets a quick win with the Rough Rider, which Jim Ross kindly let us know that was his finishing move, which is like a modified Famouser. Later to come, it's still Rey Mysterio versus John Cena for the WWE Championship, which is announced by Triple H. Alberto Del Rio versus Kofi Kingston. I didn't really watch this match, but I was watching it on the replay. It was a good match. Kofi Kingston got a lot of his moves off. Alberto Del Rio wins with the cross armbar, causing Kofi to tap out, which was good booking because Kofi's not one of the superstars that you would think would tap out, especially with the huge pop he gets as a good guy, and you don't really see him tap out. You really see him just hit the high-flying moves and getting the win with the Trouble in Paradise. So that happens. And then it's the main event, John Cena versus Rey Mysterio. Good match. It was a good wrestling match for John Cena because if you didn't see any of my previous videos, I don't like him as a wrestler, but he's trying harder. I think WWE is trying harder as an organization to get more wrestling involved in World Wrestling Entertainment. Make it 50-50 instead of 95-5, which I think it is. If you don't agree with my numbers, well. Cena gets the win with the AA, but there's a lot of back and forth action. The only problem I saw with the match was Rey Mysterio had an opportunity for a false finish to hit a springboard instead of climbing up to the top rope to get a victory, but I guess it's because Cena had to win the championship. Cena comes back with another AA for the pin and wins the title. So John Cena is now a 9-time champion, and CM Punk returns. At first you don't know it. It's a theme that you never heard. I'll put the link to the new theme down below. After about 45 seconds, CM Punk comes back. It's one of his indie themes, and he comes back with the WWE Championship, which looks a lot better than the one they remade. I think it was because CM Punk took the real one from WWE, so they had to remake it. Which I think was stupid. They said CM Punk was going to leave with the title and take it out of the company, and CM Punk won, left with the title, but now they're having a new title, which I said they were going to do anyway, but it was stupid in the storyline. They should have kept going with, we have no championship and have only one title. But nevertheless, CM Punk comes to the ring, the real WWE Championship that he won at Money in the Bank. Cena holds up the new belt, which looks fake. It looks like a WWE replica belt. He raises the belt and gets the kid pop and the women pop, and it wasn't really that big. CM Punk raises his championship up, and there's no commentary for the whole thing. It's just an awkward silence, really. And he raises the belt and gets a huge pop, gets a bigger pop than Cena. And that's the end of the broadcast, but after the show, CM Punk cut a promo. And that's all I know about that, but he got a huge pop, I heard, from the crowd. And that was it. Telly TV Uncensored, I believe, has the full episode. There are a couple more channels who have the episode of Raw up. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you to Telly TV Uncensored for hooking me up as fan of the day. Getting me some subscribers. I just started, so I need subscribers. If you guys are watching, comment. Leave your comments, your thoughts. If I did good or bad, like it, dislike it. Subscribe to my videos if you want to see more. Go to my blogspot, www.TruthHurtsReveiws.blogspot.com. I'll post a link. Follow me on Twitter at Nathan G. Feinberg. And keep doing what you're doing. Thank you, guys.